So I've just arrived at the field, a bit later than I expected. So the plan today is to fly north. So the weather forecast is northeasterly, up around Bedford. It's about 7:45 in the morning, so we're about 20 minutes before sunrise. Temperature is about 6 degrees C, so not too cold. It's a bit muddy, it's a bit damp. I'm not going to lay the wing out, so I've just got the wing laid down on the floor, because if I lay it out into wind now, by the time I get over there it's going to change direction. I have to lay it out again, so see what the wind's doing then. Nil wind's not a problem, it's just when it's shifting around, sometimes it just kind of moves about. So the sun is rising now. It's 8:30 now in the morning. I'm just a little bit wary about these pylons and the railway line, and the wind is just constantly just moving around like this. So it was a southeasterly, so I've laid the wing out down there, so the wind was blowing this way, and now it's come back again. So just literally when I switched the camera on, it was blowing that way. So what I'm going to have to do is run like hell, basically. Pull the wing up, full commitment, get the power on, and try and get up before I get to those railway lines. So what I'm going to do behind me is see those railway lines there and these pylons, is take off, just pull a right turn and go parallel. So if I have an engine failure, I can at least land down there somewhere. I think it's going to be a tricky launch, so let's see if I can get airborne. What a lovely day. The forecast was, I got a weather warning from the weathermen saying there's going to be dense fog, but second pull. So as I mentioned in my little introduction there, I wasn't sure if I was going to get up this morning, but woke up and looked out the window and it was quite clear, but I was very wary about the fog, and the winds were very light and just moving around on the ground anyway. When I got higher up to 500 feet and above, the winds were stronger from the northeast. So, and then I saw this bank here, this kind of fog of war. So my kids were saying, "Oh, Dad, that looks like the fog of war from Civilization, the computer game." So I thought I'd fly along that. It's quite broken, so you can see the ground all the time, and really enjoyed flying over that. Now, as I flew north, I then flew towards the east, and I noticed that the ground was getting kind of hazier and hazier the further east I went. And I knew that Little Gransden Airfield was completely fogged in, so no chance of flying over there. So I decided to fly then down towards Bedford, and I was quite wary that because I'd flown west, I was flying away from the wind, and the fog was rolling in from the east. So I was a bit mindful that it potentially could get trapped. So I didn't want to stay too far west for too long. So I just kind of flew north for 20 minutes and then flew towards the east to kind of meet the fog bank, which is what we're approaching here. And once I got to this fog area here, I decided then to fly back down towards the airfield at Millbrook, not the airfield, the pylon field, and hopefully not get caught out and have to land out somewhere and ask someone to rescue me. So I managed to land back at the field totally fine. So I decided to fly along the south side of Bedford along the A421. There's the interchange retail park between the A6 and A421, and fly back down towards the pylon field, and I was kind of hoping that it wasn't going to be fogged in, but the more I descended down, the clearer the ground got, and the fog hadn't moved in. But it turns out that about an hour after I landed, the whole area was completely unflyable. So the fog was rolling in quickly, and I managed to make it back in time. So I'm just checking the wind direction. I can see it's a northeasterly, so I do a turn in this field on the left and then come in for a landing. So that was a lovely flight. It's a bit murky now. So the cloud that I flew over earlier is moving away, and I think the fog is coming from the east. And if we look over there behind me, it is getting murkier actually, so it's a bit mistier than when I launched. Apparently Little Gransden Airfield is completely fogged in. So I've got 6 litres of fuel left. Took off with 12, so used 6 litres. It was great to get above the clouds in the morning. I was a bit nervous about my launch, but managed to get airborne just by giving it everything I had. The lines were 45-degree angle up, and then banged on the power to keep the airflow over the wing. Wind's picked up a little bit since I'd launched, so it's definitely northeasterly, so I had to come and land over that hedge over there. So if you enjoyed that, hit that like button, and see you in the next one. There's more photos in the link in the description below, and if you like that, then hit that like button. Thanks very much.